stream, it'll just randomly cut the live off. So now I gotta make the whole poll over again. And like the video. Yep. Yeah. Yes. Yes, sir. Look, if it cuts off again, that's my sign to not do this tonight. I don't know why that happens. It's very random, but it'll cut off, and then it won't even let me. Like I can close the app, open the app back up, switch accounts and everything, and it just won't allow me to access it again. So now anybody that was gonna be on that stream, I have to wait for them to realize that it's broken and come to this one. So we'll give that a few minutes. Till then, I got some snacks that I'm gonna eat. No more, no more. No more. Got a payday. I just worked out and sat in the sauna, so I'm kind of dehydrated, to be honest. So I gotta hydrate up. You feel me? You feel me? Hold on 1 second, y'all. I'll be back. I'm coming back into view. I just gotta do something real fast. Whew. All right, I'm back. What's up, bro? I hope you're not coming on here to chastise me for not making boxing videos. Nah, I don't care if you do. I need to make another one. But it was a dead weekend for boxing, so I didn't make one this weekend. Shakur fights next weekend, so I was like, I think I'll just wait. Obviously, Tyrell Herndon did not win. I don't know what that was, bro. No disrespect to him. Hopefully he doesn't watch this channel, or he gonna be like, damn, bro, why you do me like that? But yeah, he didn't really look like he thought he could win. You know what I mean? 61 kid, what's up, bro? How you doing? Yeah, exactly, bro. So we had that huge fight night, and we're still going through the process of making the next one. So we're just jumping right back into it. So we're hosting another event September 12th. And so basically we're doing like the after action review for this one and getting the process ready for the next one at the same time. This last one had 3,000 people watching the fights. And we're looking to have 5,000 at the next one. So a lot more planning, a lot better fighters though. So it's gonna be big, man. It's gonna be big. Just in the week after the fight, because it's been a week, right? I already have 119 people that put in their name to fight at the next one, bro. And I have to cut that to 32. So we're gonna do like tryouts, and then the ones that make the 32, they'll do a camp. Only 16 actually get to fight. So each person will have an alternate. So we'll have a 1 and a 2 that are actually fighting each other for 8 bouts. And then the 3 and the 4 will be alternates for either one of those people should they pull out, get injured, whatever. But yeah, it's gonna be stacked, dog. So I'm going through a lot right now. And the thing is, since this is a contract, like when the camp actually starts, I'm gonna be training those people for free. But until the camp starts on August 4th, they gotta pay me to train. And so there's a lot of people that's hitting me up, trying to get some work in before the camp. And so I'm working at all hours right now because I'm like, I ain't gonna pass up on the money, you feel me? Yeah, feel me? Faith says H. What does that mean? H. Vicky's progressing. Sounds like an eventual 2-day event. You know, the thing is, I don't know that we want to do that, bro, because we want it to be like one night where it's just huge. Like it's not supposed to be a nationals tournament or something where there's 20 bouts and it takes 2 or 3 days or something. It's not just purely the best of boxing. It is an event. We want it to be super entertaining and we want it to be done that night. You feel me? But who knows? You never know. Could turn into something like that. Could turn into something like that. How's your boxing going though, bro? I haven't heard about it in a while. I'm not spamming. I just know what you should like. I have no idea what that means, bro. Literally don't know what any of that means. I understand that I'm from Russia part. Everything before that, no idea what that means. Been going great, sparring more. I haven't been able to get my skill work in though. Why not, bro? Yeah, one of the best things about boxing is like you can always get working by yourself. Shout out to James. I don't know if anyone has ever sent me a gift on live before. I don't even know what that means that you sent 100 or something, but salute, because you're the only one that did it. So James is my guy tonight. Whoever you are, you have a special place in my heart. But yeah, the beauty of boxing is like, yeah, you need to spar against someone to get better, but you can visualize a lot of that stuff before, you know, and then you can work on them when you get into sparring. Shout out to you, James. I hope you're having a good night or a day, depending on where you're from. But yeah, Brandon, you can visualize what you want to do. You can strategize before and work on it in the sparring. What do you think you're lacking? That's the first question. Good night, James. Appreciate you. Training class has been more tech work than anything. Okay. Well, on the same note, like I said, the thing about being an athlete is, like, at the end of the day, you're the only one doing your activity, right? So a coach can guide you, but they can't do everything for you. And they can't stop you from doing certain things either. Like, at the end of the day, I tell my boxers certain things. I tell all my other athletes certain things. If they don't do it and they suck, then of course I'm mad. Now, if they do their own thing and it works, I'm like, you're a fucking genius. I don't know how you thought of that, but you're a fucking genius. You know what I mean? So, to an extent, you have to take some of that shit into your own hands, bro. Like, if you feel like the class or whatever is slack for that day, try some stuff out on your own. If you get scolded for it, then you know not to do it again. But they might just be like, hey, good initiative on you for doing whatever you just did. Quan, what's up, bro? How does it feel making YouTube money? I don't know. I don't make that much YouTube money, bro. Like, I passed the threshold to get paid, but I don't be putting out content, bro. So like, I think all the money I make is like off of 2 old videos, and the more time that passes, the lower that goes because like people are just not watching them anymore. You know what I mean? So it's not like I'm getting stacks or nothing, bro. You know, it's a couple every once in a while. You get a couple $100. It's better than nothing. I'm grateful for any extra dollars I get from anything, but I think if I was a consistent YouTuber and I was focused on growing my channel and making more money, I would be able to tell you something better. But it's clear that I'm not. I don't even know the last time I made a video on this channel, actually. It's been like a month. And before that, it had been several months. So, lacking, letting hands go. I'm going to give it back to you fully on that offline. Yeah, you know what? I would say there's a few reasons people don't let their hands go. Especially like based on the fighters I've actually had. One, you're not in shape to do what you want to do. You know what I mean? If you don't feel like you're in shape to let your hands go, you're never gonna let them go. No matter what anybody tells you or anything, you're like, I'm gonna get tired if I punch more. So that's on you. You get in better shape. When you're hitting the bag, punch more. If you throw 50 punches around on a bag, you're not gonna randomly just start throwing 300 punches around in the ring. So work how you want to work. You feel me? The other thing is if you're, it's kind of the same thing. Practice how you play. If you're drilling and practicing to only block when people are punching, then anytime somebody punches you, you're gonna be doing this. And if they keep punching, you're gonna keep doing this, and you're never gonna throw back. They're gonna punch you, move out of range, and then that's what that looks like. Pop, pop, pop. They're out of range. You get close to them, pop, pop, pop. They're out of range, and they just keep doing that. So you have to learn to punch while they're punching. So you might, if I haven't showed you before, I'll record the next person I do miss with. What I'll do is I'll tap their glove, and as soon as they feel something on their glove, they got to throw a counter. Just so they get in the muscle memory of like, instead of just shelling up and letting punches pop, 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 you might land one, but you're going to get popped back after that. So I'm going to make you think about throwing more, and that's going to allow me to throw more. What did I spend it on? I don't know. I get a little check like every month, but it's nothing crazy though, like I said. Nothing that I think about. Like I said, I'm grateful for it, but it's not like, ooh, $5,000. If it was like that, I'll tell you exactly what I spent it on. You probably see me with 3 chains on right now. Nah, I'm just playing. I don't even wear jewelry like that. Quan, what you on, bro? Sunday night. What time is it there? Like 6 o'clock? Nah, 7, because it's almost 10 here. Quan, if you want, I can tell you how to get your channel views up, bro. I could tell you. I know exactly what to do. I know what the people want to see, bro. I'll give you a whole breakdown, bro. Turn your channel into something overnight, bro. Maybe not overnight. Over a month. It'll take a little while, but it'll catch on. Give me the word. I'll put you on game. Nah, I'm not gonna be like that. But you can. I'm just saying, if you want to turn into a barber influencer, I can tell you how to do it, bro. So first, the thing is, you gotta think about your audience, bro. Like, why are they watching your channel, right? I can tell you, as someone who has watched barber content, the only reason I'm watching that shit is because either I want the haircut or I want to learn how to cut my own hair. Outside of that, probably not watching barber content just to be watching it. So either it's an up and coming barber watching your shit because they want to get better at cutting, or someone at home that wants to cut their own hair, that wants to get better at cutting, or someone that literally just wants that hairstyle and they're like, let me see how it looks. So if I was you, I would make how-tos, bro. Like how to give yourself a fade at home, how to do a quick fade in 20 minutes. Put a time on it so they're like, oh shit, I could do this in 18 minutes. Let me see how I do that at home. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get political offline. Feels like more the second explanation you gave. Plus it's another reason why you hadn't heard anything from me. Yeah, bro, just text me. I got you. But yeah, Quan, so how-tos, right? Day in the life vids are good too. Cause like I said, for upcoming barbers watching your shit, they want to know like let's say today I decide I'm gonna be a barber. I'm gonna watch a channel like yours and see what the day in the life of a barber is like. You feel me? It don't have to be no 3-hour video or nothing, but just like kind of let people know the timeline. Like, yo, I got this many clients a day. First client comes in at this time. Each cut takes this amount of time. I go to lunch at this time, whatever. Just record different clips of that. Show people a day in the life of a barber. They're gonna love that shit, bro. Like I said, the other thing is showing them how to actually do the cut. If you got any tips and tricks to get it done faster. Now, keep in mind, you're gonna face a lot of criticism from barbers that are better than you. They're gonna say, this guy fucking sucks. I could do it way faster, blah, blah, blah. That's what people do when you put out content. That's just part of the game. But the more of those people that chirp, that's more views that you're getting too. So, but yeah, day in a life, how-tos, how to do it yourself at home. If you had to get a license, which I'm sure you did, upload that process too. Like, I'm a strength and conditioning coach, and the license that we have to get is super fucking difficult, bro. So like when you first decide you want to do it, you're on YouTube like, how hard is the CSTS? How much do I have to study for it? You know what I'm saying? You're typing on all of this stuff about the exam, and barely anybody makes videos about it, bro. So I'm like, damn, I can't even get no tips on this shit, bro. So literally entering the barber field is something that you can make videos about. Like, yo, this is what I had to do to become a barber. If you want to become a barber, is this easy or is this difficult? Whichever one you want to say. Just to let people know the process. Because like I said, actually, you might remember. I remember when you told me you wanted to be a barber, bro. You said you wanted to be a barber. You're like, yo, you think I can blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? So just remember the thoughts that you had and make a video about it. Literally a how I became a barber video. That would go crazy, bro. People will watch that. To be honest, I got like 10 more ideas. So if you ever run out of content based on the stuff that I just said right there, I got more for you, bro. Trying out different equipment. Now that's an investment, but if you try out new clippers or clippers that people say suck or are good, you try those out and you let people know what you think about them as a barber with X amount of experience, that's good too. Hey, Will, what's up, bro? You in Canada still or what? I ain't heard from you in a long time, bro. I ain't smoked you in darts or 9-ball in a long time. Bro, remember how I used to destroy you in darts, bro? That was crazy. Yeah, dog, don't come back here. Ain't nothing good here, bro. Nah. I mean, I heard Canada wasn't all that great either, but nah, you ain't never made me throw my phone, bro. I'll smack you on both of those games. You can always get your rematch whenever you want, bro. In fact, bro, I used to crush you so hard on darts, but I remember I got a new phone and like that shit was glitching, bro. Like it just would not let me throw where I wanted to. So that kind of ended my reign. But I think I got a new phone since then, bro. I gotta go back and try it again. How's life though, man? How's your business and everything? Dun, 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 dun. It be like that, man. Sometimes people just have your number, bro. You know, it's crazy. I remember, I can't remember what them games are called now, bro. But like, both of those word games, bro, like anagrams and word hunt. I remember you used to smoke me on that shit. And there was some girl that used to smoke me on there, but I played it so much that eventually, like, I was untouchable on that shit. And like, yeah, it was just weird. Like I broke through a wall, and it was like I had seen all the combinations before or something. But like now, I can't even think of the last time somebody beat me in Word Hunt, bro. I mean, I haven't played it in like a long ass time either, but I remember like before I moved to South America, I was playing on my breaks at work when I was still in Washington. And like I would be smoking people. Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. I remember I couldn't beat you for a long ass time. And then I just started cooking on that shit, bro. Bro, you actually nah, you're not the last person I play iPhone games with, but I think you were the most consistent. After I stopped playing with you, like I played against some random people, but I smoked them so bad that we never played for a long time. Like it wasn't competitive, so they would kind of just stop like after a few times. Since you guys are talking about games, I've been playing this game on my phone, which is basically a Stroop test. What's the game? I'm always looking for something new to play that I'm maybe not that good at, so I could get good at and start smoking people. Did you ever used to play? I can't remember who convinced me to start playing Call of Duty Mobile, but I still play that to this day, and I be killing people, bro. Called Color Switch on the App Store. I'm gonna check it out. 2 years from now, moving to Texas. Why 2 years and why Texas? You see the floods we having right now, bro? It's crazy out here. I would play by my phone, but I had storage for like 2 years. Buy more storage, dog. I paid for the highest cloud joint, and I'm still almost out of storage. It's insane. I got like 80,000 videos on my phone. I really should clear it. This year, I'm going to a Cowboys game or a Rockets basketball game. Well, if you go to a Cowboys game, you'll be really close to me. Rockets, Houston's not far away, but it's far enough away to where I don't want to drive there. But Dallas, that's up the street. I would drive there. Or you could drive here after the game, kick it with us, stay the night. Yeah, upgrade your phone in 6 years, bro. That's bad. It's calling my name. I'm not sure why. Hey man, moving states is a heavy decision. I mean, you already know I moved countries, so that was something. But yeah, man, moving is tough, bro. You got to start over with everything, bro. So it's definitely not something you want to take lightly. So make sure you really want to move to Texas, bro. Don't just be doing some shit just to do it. Because everybody's coming to Texas too. So that's the other thing. Was moving back to the U.S. weird? Yeah. I needed to do it though with the situation I was in with my injury. But it was definitely weird. It still is weird. Like everything is just different, bro. Some good, some bad. Like I miss like well I should say when I was there I missed Amazon, unfortunately. And so now I just be ordering shit. Like I could order something right now and it'll come to my house by 4 a.m., bro. And if I order something over there, I was lucky to get it. You know what I'm saying? Postal system just different. Everything different. There was no Amazon over there, so since I got my legs back, yeah, I'm good now. I'm not necessarily like my old self, just because it's gonna take some time. Because in reality, like a long time has passed, but a long time hasn't passed. They told me it's like an 18 and 24-month process just for my tendons to remodel themselves and be like good, right? And from there, that's when I could really start building. So, what month is it? July. So yeah, it's been almost a year and a half because it happened to me in February 2024, and so I'm not even at 2 years yet. And I'm moving well. I'm sprinting, jumping high, squatting well above my body weight again. Um, Boxing. So yeah, I'm doing well. I'm just not as strong as I was before, but I'm doing well. Is there any other country you want to move to? Nah, not specifically. I'm not against living somewhere else, but I don't have anywhere on my mind. We definitely want to go to Guatemala on vacation this year, sometime soon. Felipe, what's up, bro? Long time no see. 1 second, y'all. Well, y'all can keep talking. I just gotta pour something. Pour up. Don't worry about what's in my cup. What's in my cup? Alright, I'm back. Yeah, I know. I'm not doing them as frequently because I started a new job and I work really early in the morning. So Sunday nights not a good night to do lives. But I don't work tomorrow, so woo. Hola, hola, ¿cómo estás? How's the Spanish journey? I don't know, bro. Like, it's just a part of my life. Like, I use my Spanish at work, and I lived in another country where I spoke Spanish or I only spoke Spanish for a year. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think about it. It's just like my English. If I need to use it, I use it. If somebody don't speak English, talk to them in Spanish. If somebody don't speak Spanish, talk to them in English. If they speak both, then I say whatever comes to my mind. You fell off? Why'd you fall off, bro? Do I like the new job? Yeah. It's a job that I've worked in the past. It's a job that I worked before I moved to Colombia. So I do strength and conditioning for the government. So the government contracts me to work certain people out. That specific crowd, I will not say who, but I get paid a salary to do strength and conditioning for certain people in the government, in the military. So strength and conditioning is still a coach. I want to know why Quan fell off his Spanish journey. What's up with that, bro? What's up with that, bro?
Quan, you need to join the WhatsApp group. Work is always gonna be work, but at least you enjoy doing it. Hell yeah, bro. I love coaching. Coaching is definitely my passion. Not even just coaching and teaching, because I teach English online too. So any kind of teaching, I love teaching people stuff, bro. Life been hectic. Like, don't get me wrong, I have a good foundation, but just need to practice more with people. No excuses, bro. No excuses. It's just like exercise or anything else, bro. Like when you need to get something done or when you want to get something done, you literally have to just put in your priority list, bro. You have to say, I'm doing this no matter what. Like before, like maybe, I don't know, when I was like at the level that you're at or so, like I will force myself to, bro. Like either like I would pay for classes or I would talk to myself or I'll make videos. That's part of the reason I started this extra YouTube channel though. Like hold myself accountable, you know what I'm saying? Because when people expect you to post stuff and do stuff, it makes it a little bit easier to keep up with it. Um, but yeah, man, like life is always gonna be hectic. I tell coaches that too. Lots of people start online coaching businesses, and their life gets a little bit tough, and they're like, "Guys, I'm gonna put my online coaching on pause because life is kind of tough right now," and they drop their clients. And I'm like, "Bro, first of all, they're not gonna want to come back to you when your life gets on track because they're gonna be like, anytime this guy goes through something, he stops coaching us." Uh, Second of all, your life is literally always gonna be hectic, bro. You live in America. We gotta pay a shit ton of money to live. Like life gets hard. It gets busy literally every other week. Anytime my life's going good, my car falls apart. So, you know what I'm saying? If every time my life was hectic, I stopped doing what I needed to do, I would never get shit done. That's not talking shit. That's not downing you. I'm just telling you, like, that's what it is, bro. Like, I'm sure your life was hectic when you had to get your barbering license, but you had already put your mind to it. You said, I'm going to be a barber. Like, that's what it is. Regardless if I lose my money, regardless if I got to pay these bills, if I got to do this, like, you just, like, I'm being a barber. This is what I'm doing. So it's the same thing with your Spanish. It's the same thing with fitness. It's the same thing with whatever. Like, you have to decide. Yeah, Shaquan, join the WhatsApp group, bro. That's part of the reason that I made it. Not only just to teach people stuff, but like the camaraderie and having a group makes it easier to talk. It makes it easier to keep up with. You might not have no native speakers in your life, but you got other people that are learning that are gonna expect to hear from you other every day. You know what I'm saying? People don't think of their businesses as a job for real. You know damn well you're not quitting because life is hectic. Yeah, exactly, bro. That's what I be telling online coaches. I'm like, bro, like, first of all, you acting like the shit that you gotta do online is like gonna kill you, bro. Like, I don't want to downplay what I do as a coach, but like doing online programs. Now, don't get me wrong, my programs are personalized, so it's not like I'm just like grabbing a sheet and giving it to somebody. I do have to make it for them personally and like whatever. But I'm fucking typing stuff on a phone or on a computer. Like as crazy as my life could be, I can take an hour out of my day and write you a 10-week program. Like it's not like so when coaches are like, I just got too much going on. I'm like, what the fuck you got going on that you can't sit down and write something for an hour, bro? Like, I don't know, man. I don't know, man. But yeah, like you said, if it was a real job, you're not gonna quit your job because life is hectic. Like you like, fuck it. Gotta go to work. Gotta get this bread. I think with barbering, I just became obsessive with it because at one point I wasn't good, and people wasn't doing their best to teach me for me to learn how to cut hair. Oof. But bro, it's still the same thing. Like you could have decided that you had too much going on and just quit barbering, but you like you said, you got obsessive. You made a decision within yourself. Like that's what a commitment is. It's literally telling yourself, I'm doing this shit no matter what. And that's jobs, sports, relationships. Relationships are the same way, bro. Motherfuckers be like having an argument and be like, I'm gonna break up with her because we're not getting along right now because they had one argument. Like you literally have to be like, yo, I'm sticking this out no matter what. Like that's what a commitment is. Axel said, low key want to quit your job. You're not helping the conversation. Shaquan, text me. I can't send you the link up in here because I'm on my phone. So just text me and remind me, or shoot me a message on Instagram or something, and I'll send you a link to join the chat. And then I'll give you a big welcome, and I'll tell everybody to introduce themselves, and you can introduce yourself, and you'll be part of the group. I got 2 motherfuckers I'm about to kick out of there today. If people don't talk, that's my one rule, bro. If you don't talk up in there, you getting kicked out. I be giving people weeks too, bro. And I add them. I just be like, hey, how come y'all not talking? If I don't get no response that day, you getting kicked out. I don't care how cool you was. It's no hard feeling. I don't want a group full of people that are not talking. Axel says she wants to quit her job, but she's a workaholic. Don't listen to her, y'all. She'll never stop working. Even if you gave her money, if she won a lottery today, she would still just go to work. What are these gifts? Actually, somebody sent me like 100 gifts earlier in the live stream. It was crazy. And I was like, nobody's ever sent me a gift before. So I was like, I don't even know what this means. Yeah, well, y'all both workaholics, so she definitely a workaholic. She capping on the net like she gonna stop working. I ain't gonna expose her too much, but yeah. She's the type to work 2 and 3 jobs and shit for no reason. Not like, oh, we're like broke, we need 3 jobs. Like she just be doing shit like that. Actually, how much did that cost you to send? You don't see yourself retiring until you have to. I see myself retiring as soon as I can. Like next year. Nah, I like coaching. Only Axel probably knows this, but like, I be cutting people the biggest fucking deals, bro. Like, if people saw the shit that I did, they'd just be like, this guy is like the worst business owner of all time. But I just hate turning people down, bro. Like, motherfuckers be like, I want to train with you, but this is too expensive. And I'd be like, don't worry, cut that price in half. And they're like, what? And I'm like, damn, I should have said 25% off or something, not half. But what can I say, man? I love coaching. I get paid a salary too. So like my online stuff, I'm like, I'm just doing this to help people, bro. Like I already get real money. No, I'm not Mr. Krabs. If I was somebody, I think I'll be Sandy. Sandy Cheeks. Thanks for the makeup brush. I don't even wear makeup. When I come to Texas, you training me again? Pause. Yeah, bro. I don't know what part of Texas you gonna move to. Actually, Shaquan said he wants to move to Texas. Squirrel Girl, yeah, Sandy Cheeks. Don't put throw ups on Texas. Don't do that. Everybody wants to move to Texas. It's not a terrible place. Don't listen to her. We like it here. We love it here. We finally found a home. Bro, you don't need no workouts where you be going to throw up, bro. You need to make progress. That's the most important thing. Bro, why? First of all, I should be training you remotely, bro. You need a workout program. I know you be going up in the gym and bullshitting. Playing basketball, then doing some bullshit in the weights for like 10 minutes. Thanks to Axa for the thumbs up. Wow. I'm gonna have to like Google what gifts are so I can actually like have a reaction to it. Cause I don't even know what that shit means. I'm a boomer. I would say Axa's wasting her money, but she's just gonna steal it from me anyways. Okay, boomer. Whatever you say, boomer. You give me vibes that you don't do shit in the gym respectfully. I don't know if you can say that respectfully. He definitely don't be doing shit in the gym, dog. Disrespectfully. Joseph, what's up, dog? You clicking on everything trying to find them? I don't know where they would be at. I've never even seen nobody do it before. Bitch, you not know Unk status? What you like, 26? 27? Let me see. I'm trying to think of how old you were when I met you. She put hoop in quotation marks. Shaquan, she going hard on you, bro. I thought Uncle was 30. I mean, really, to me, Uncle be 40, but it's a new generation, so I don't know, they starting to make everything lower and lower. You 28? You not no fucking Unc, bro. Come on, dog. Get serious, bro. Get serious. You not no Unc at 28. Now, you ain't young. Oh, yeah, we do have a spare room. I'm actually in it right now, so you can always come down here. Actually, he said he gonna go to a Cowboys game, so. Yeah, exactly, bro. The kids be saying Unc to anybody, bro. How the fuck you Unc at 28? 28 to 35? Hell nah, bro. Shaquan, it's not terrible, bro. You're gonna love it. Take you out to Austin, show you a good time, bro. You're gonna love it. Hell nah, dog. For black people, Unc used to be like 40, bro. Unc is like literally your uncles, bro. Like, think about it. When I was like 10, hold on, let me think right now. My pops was born in 68. How old does that make him? 57? 58? Yeah, he like 57. So since he's 57, he like 25 years older than me. So when I was 10, my pops was like 35. So when I was in high school, my pops was like into his 40s. That's when I would be calling people like his age and around his age, like Unc. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wasn't calling no fucking 28-year-olds Unc. Like, hell nah, bro. Like, I barely saw them as older than me. I'm like, I'll smack the shit out you, bro. You 25 years old. I'm 16. Like, you got grades? Oh, you might be Unc, bro. You might be Unc. You done had multiple knee surgeries too. You had both ACLs repaired, right? Or was it the same ACL twice? My eldest niece was born when I was 8. That's a different kind of Unc, though. That's a real Unc. I'm just saying, random people shouldn't be calling no 28-year-olds Unc. Like, get serious, dog. Now, once you cross over that 30 line, I'm not gonna lie, that's when you start getting kind of old. High five, Axel. 2 ACL surgeries. Yeah, but different ACLs or the same ACL? Did you rupture the same one, or was it left and right? I know your shit be hurting in the morning, boy. Different knees? Oh, yeah. Yeah, your shit gonna be stiff, boy. Give it about 5 more years. Your warm up routine gonna be crazy. They're gonna be like, hey, why OG be warming up for 30 minutes before he hoop? You ain't gonna have no choice, bro. Honestly, that's the worst shit about my surgery, bro. Like, before, like, let's just say, like, if somebody just like was like, man, you can't do no ass to grass squat, I could just drop into a squat pause, like right there, bro. Like now I'll be like, hold on a second, like I've been standing up for 20 minutes. My shit's stiff from standing up. I gotta bend my knees a little bit. Like I can't just go into doing something. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You said your shit don't be hurting. Yeah, that's the point. I said 5 more years. I ain't said right now, bro. You done had 2 ACL surgeries. Trust me. Axel had one. I know people that have had one, and they should be flaring up in the rain. Uh, s- all kinds of stuff, bro. Work out too hard, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like you young, bro. Let's go catch up. Don't worry. She said her knees thriving today. You think you related to Goku? Goku wouldn't have ruptured both his ACLs. What you talking about? Yeah, Obi would be doing crazy warm ups, bro. See, Shaquan, the problem is you have to get ahead of that stuff. See, you're like, my shit don't hurt, and you ain't gonna do nothing for it. And one day it's gonna just smack you, bro. It ain't been no damn 5 years, bro. When did you get the surgery for the last one? That shit happened like what, 2022? I'm saying half human. If you was half saying, you would have never heard either one of them. Well, I know one time you got like ran over by a bus or some shit, so I'm gonna give you a pass on that one. But the other one though, that shit just happened playing basketball or something. 2022, that ain't 5 years, bro. It's only been 3 years. You ain't had enough time. Shaquan, you need to get on my online training. I'm not taking no for an answer. I wonder what guy was thinking when he created me. He was thinking, I'ma fuck both of your knees up. Uh, don't ever disrespect Texas, even with money. I liked it out of respect of it for it being like 199, but don't disrespect Texas. I'm about to put you on timeout from the chat or block you. Don't mess with Texas. Shaquan, you got a girl yet or nah? You 28, bro. It's time to get married. It's time, brother. Yeah, I can see the price. That's the whole point. It's a super chat. Like the purpose of that is like, say I was popular, right? Say I had like 50,000 subscribers, and you got like chats going. Like, grrr. The person could do one of those so that you read their message. Some people be like, I'm not reading your shit unless it's a super chat, or super chats get priority. So they might like let some scroll by and not read them. But if it's a super chat, how hot is Texas in August? It depends on where you at, man. Like Texas is big, bro. I don't think people realize how big Texas is. So like people be like, I thought you said it don't snow where you're from. I saw it snowed in Dallas. I'm like, bro, that shit like 300 miles away from me. It's a totally different climate. Like it don't really snow here, and it gets pretty hot here. I'm in Central Texas, so like this probably the coolest summer it's ever been. But by the time August rolled around, it'll get like 90s, 100s. Jalen ain't get married until 29. Don't let him fool you. I know. I said it's time to get married. He's 28. Texas cool, but it's not British Columbia, bro. Nobody wants to live in Canada. Have you listened to Rod Wave? I haven't listened to no Rod Wave. I don't know a single Rod Wave song. This Stay and Pull Crazy. Last girlfriend I had was last year. You had a girl last year? What happened, bro? My daughter might have a track meet in Houston. Let me know, bro. I'll pull up. As long as it's not at no ratchet school, which is almost every school in Houston. She put British Columbia with an O like it's fucking South America. You cried at our wedding? That's real. Bro, you gonna get that. You just gotta meet the right one, man. It's tough, I ain't gonna lie, man. There's some crazy people out there, bro. A 2-year break from dating, that's real. That's the kind of stuff you gotta do right there. You really gotta be like, I'm just cool off of this. I'm gonna just let it happen. And then go back to it later. Has to be decided. Is it a school meet or is it AAU? I imagine it's AAU if you're going to a different state. The only good thing about AAU is like they're probably gonna do it in a non-ratchet spot. They usually do AAU meets in random places. Should be in the middle of nowhere. But the school joints, if you gotta go to like a ratchet school, hell nah, bro. Like buddy that got stabbed to death, like I don't want to go nowhere like that. We broke up because she wasn't ready. Ready for what? Marriage? You pressed her and she was like, hell nah. No some more, no some more. What's up, Giselle? Or Giselle. French Giselle. I'm waiting to see what Shaquan says. What? She wasn't ready for what? She wasn't ready for marriage. This is like a failed dating chat right now. Well, Joseph is married. Joseph can give us marriage advice. Shaquan said, I'll text you about it later. That's how you that's how you know it's serious. He said, I ain't writing this shit on here, bro. Zapato. How you doing, fool? What's up, PC? You say from the flooding, bro? I know that shit ain't really happening in Houston. It's happening closer to me, but... So we got Will and Shaquan that are on a dating scene. Joseph's married. I'm married. Axel's married. Giselle's on a dating scene. Ooh, my toes cramping. Marriage is crazy. My cousin hates that shit so much. Now she's lesbian. Hey, your cousin never texts me back, bro. She like texted me and she was talking about all her boxing and shit. And she was like, yo, I work for Amazon or some shit. And I also cut grass. And she's like, but I want to do this, this, and this. And I said, cool. Like, let's do it. And then she never hit me back, bro. And if this don't work out, I'm done. But what does that mean? You done and then what? Like, it's raining in Houston. Oh, Drake. She's all shacked up with her girl. Come on, man. You can't be letting females get in the way of boxing. That's how you end up breaking up. And then you be like, damn, I should have pursued my shit. She tripping, bro. Once in a lifetime opportunity, bro. Cause no disrespect, but she come too far in the future, I'm gonna be like, I'm too busy. I'm saying? Honestly, that's like the worst thing, bro. That's when I feel the worst. Like when I'm talking to somebody and I'm like, yeah, let's work. And then they approach me at a time in the future when my books are full. Cause like even online, bro, I don't like working with more than 30 people max. You know what I'm saying? Like, because like I have to write so many programs. And you know, I give people unlimited contact with me. So like a lot of trainers, they'll be like, oh, like our scheduled date to talk about the program is on Sunday or Monday or whatever. They have a time slot in a day. But I just let my clients hit me up all day. If they want to send me their videos of their workout, they want to ask questions, I'm like, go ahead. So because of that, 20 to 30, I'm like, that's it, bro. I'm not trying to have like 50 people texting me all day. You know what I'm saying? So I feel bad like when I tell someone like, yeah, we could work, and they're like, oh, give me a couple months because this, and this. And then they hit me up later, and I'm like, yeah, I can't, bro. Like, I actually got too many people now. Canelo versus Crawford. Canelo gonna whoop his ass, dog. What are we talking about? We're talking about everything. We were talking about dating, but right now we're talking about Joseph's cousin that lives here that wanted me to train her in boxing, but then she stopped hitting me back. So you don't miss being a trainer. Yeah, I think being a trainer or a coach, like you really have to have a passion for it, man. It's like being a teacher. To me, they're the same thing. I think that's why I like coaching. I like teaching. So you really have to have a passion for it. If you don't have a passion for it, it will push you out because there's times where you don't get paid a lot. You know what I mean? There's times where things look up, whether it's the private sector or the government or whatever. Like even right now, I work for the government, right? You get a salary, cool. It's like you hit the jackpot. Like work 40 hours, get your salary, and you're done. The thing is, next year or the year after that, the government can say, we don't want to do this program anymore. So sorry, like we're done. And then I'll be looking for something else. You know what I mean? So that blue thing does look kind of scary. I'm not gonna lie. Do I couch people? Yeah, I'm sorry. I shouldn't do that because English is your second language. That's not funny. I don't coach people on what they need to eat. I'm a disbeliever in that. But you know, actually, AXA does. My wife, I send people to her for nutrition. So I am demonic. My client still hasn't got here to get this cut. No money yet for me. You waiting on a client for your haircut, bro? Happened to me. Helped over 200K people get medical care, and the government decided budget cuts. That means no contract for me. Yeah, exactly, bro. But that's just how it is. Like, you kind of just know that in positions like that. If you have a government contract, you know, like for me, this group has this contract until 2029. Now, it's possible if things go really wrong that any year in between now and 2029, they could cut it. But that's super unlikely. But what is likely is that in 2029, when this contract is over, that it could get completely cut or someone else gets the contract and then you still don't have a job. You have to go through them and say, hey, I was just working on the last contract. Can you guys hire me? You know what I mean? So it's just, like I said, it's in a field like this, you just have to love what you're doing and just roll with what happens. Just a potato. Take that potato out of the plate. Potatoes are good for you. The independent contracting sucks. Nah, it's good, man. It just depends. Like I said, everything depends. Like I got full benefits, salary. I only work 40 hours a week. I don't work the weekends. I get all the holidays off. I get hella PTO. Like, it's a good gig. You were able to get a job within 2 weeks. Sheesh. Are they? Yes. Potatoes are great. It's one of the best foods you can eat. See, this is why we have to have nutrition education. Because the stuff that you will read on the internet and the videos you watch, they demonize foods like rice and potatoes and shit. People have been eating rice and potatoes since the beginning of time. So anyone that's telling you that those foods are bad to eat, they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. All my friends are complaining about what's happening over there. What's happening? I don't know what you're talking about specifically. There's a lot of stuff happening here, unfortunately. Shit makes me want to leave the country again. Bum, 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 bum. Budget issues. That could refer to a lot of things. Chat, make this combo about nutrición. Is your keyboard in Spanish? Funding in different programs. Yeah, it depends on what the program is and if it's in the favor of our commander in chief or not. You know, if he wants to cut it out, like education and other stuff, then it'll be cut. Rice Krispies is an underrated intra-workout snack. Gummy bears too. Yeah, Medicaid got cut. Am I on the TikTok? Anybody that says the TikTok is a boomer. Yeah, I have a TikTok. I don't really use it that much. Medicaid got cut for real? Yes, bro. It's actually it's pretty big news. For anyone? For everyone. Nah, I don't know the details, but it did get cut. Everything that they're doing, they think that they're attacking illegal immigrants, right? And so it just ends up hurting everybody else. But that is, we have good medical service here. Yeah, y'all have decent medical service, especially if you have money. I don't know what it's like if you don't have money. But what I tend to see is that, and I'm not saying this is better or worse, but what I tend to see in countries like Colombia, Canada, whatever, it's like it doesn't cost you money, but you have to wait. Whereas like we don't have to wait, but we get billed like $20,000. So, or they just tell you go fuck yourself and die. It just depends. Yeah, this place is gonna cook, bro. Depends though, Jalen. Depends for what? This country or theirs? I don't know which one. John Q is a great movie on the subject. Yeah, that's my favorite movie, or one of them, anyways. Sometimes you have to wait here also, but the richer you are, the less likely you are to wait. Well, that's what I said. Either you don't wait or they tell you go fuck yourself. Like, I don't know what you'll be waiting on, but I do know over there in other countries, they wait on some pretty simple stuff that we wouldn't wait on. But also we have to pay out of pocket, so I don't know. It's pretty stupid. I don't know. Everywhere sucks, man. Everywhere has its problems. Yeah, so that's what I see people on Twitter say all the time. Like they need a surgery, but the service determines that they don't need it. You know what I mean? Like similar to my situation, like really they told me that I didn't need surgery. I couldn't fucking walk, bro. But they told me I didn't need surgery. They're like, we need $8,000 because you didn't pay your insurance. And they were like, yeah, whenever you come up with that money, you can just come back in, a month or two, or whenever you come up with that money. And I was like, bitch. Hey, Yeah, bro. I'm not gonna bring up Luigi, but I gotta wait. Somebody's gonna pay. I'm already dying anyways, bro. I'm about to go ham. Chemo about to fuck you up anyways, bro. I gotta wait and then get fucked up by chemo? Nah, bro. Somebody has to pay. You know, I can't really speak on medical stuff because, like, that surgery I got was like my first time in the hospital in like 10 years. I don't ever go to the hospital, so teeth work, general doctors, sexuality stuff, we don't wait. Well, I don't think anybody waits for that. Yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about, though. The surgeries are the stuff that you need. Like, even a client of mine had to get a meniscus surgery, and he was like, "Yeah, the doctors wouldn't see me for." It was like a fucking month, and I was like, "A month?" And I'm like, "That's a long ass time." Oh, there you go. Actually, it was also in Washington, so maybe it's a Washington thing. Washington so ass. Bro, Axel's gonna fight you, bro. She's a Washington lover. She's a Washington defender. Did you ever look for jobs to be a translator after you become fluent in Spanish? Bro, translating is really fucking hard, bro. I don't know if you've ever tried to do it before. Um, I have not tried to be a translator. I thought about it, and I've done stuff before, but the stuff that I've done made me think I definitely do not want to be a translator or interpreter. Like even when I like when I was in Colombia, like a lot of times when they would do professional boxing fights, Americans would show up and they couldn't speak Spanish, and then the Colombians couldn't speak English. So I'll be doing the back and forth thing. I'll be like, "Fuck, bro!" Like I know what you're saying in English, but it's tough to describe that in Spanish. Or I'll hear them and I'll be like, "I know what you're saying, but there's not really a good phrase for that in English." That shit is hard, bro. Now you could know exactly what someone's saying. It's going to the other language and trying to get the same feeling. You're just like, ooh, nah, this is not a good translation. Name like 3 good things about Washington. She said, "Shoot, yes." 3 good things about Washington. Mount Rainier. Yeah, that's it, bro. General doctors, you gotta wait quite a while out here. Severe shortage of doctors in a lot of areas. 3 weeks to see a doctor in urgent care outside hospital emergency. Shaquan says, "Screw Washington." This turned into a Washington hate chat. My son had surgery when he was 4. I probably paid less than $50 and all the paperwork for a surgery that cost like $9,000. Human rights, mountains, scenery. Mountains goes a part of scenery, so that don't count. You name 2 things. We're still in a lot of doctors from Washington, so it's becoming all right. Everyone introverted in Washington, bipolar weather. They're not introverted, they're depressed, and they're probably autistic. I got 3 family deported already in Washington. See, Washington sucks, bro. Giselle, Will Prince Atwall is in Canada. T-Dog, you didn't think it would be like that? Have you ever tried to translate something, bro? It's very hard. Yeah, I do have good scenery. I'll give you that. Why I say autistic? Well, there's a lot of people in Washington that are autistic, bro. I'm not even talking shit, bro. I'm dead ass. They're depressed, autistic, and on drugs because they're in Washington. They're doing meth. Giselle's autistic. Don't worry, lots of people are autistic. Probably half of this chat is autistic, so it's a spectrum. It's a spectrum. You know, technically, anybody could be diagnosed with anything. Everything is a spectrum. Oh, you got actual test results that say you're autistic? They give you like a score or what? I gotta do my unwinding before bed. That's good sleep hygiene right there. I know this guy gets good sleep. It was nice chatting with you. Have a great rest of the night. Hey, oh, great rest of the stream. Hey, bro, I want a rematch in 9-ball because you disrespected me. You try to act like you used to smoke me. I want my rematch, bro. So tomorrow or something, go ahead, send that 9-ball, bro. Oh, you got Asperger's. That makes a lot of sense, actually. That makes a lot of sense. No disrespect. My cousin said the most wild thing about autistic men, but I don't want to say it here. It's too crazy. Can we get a hint, bro? How you gonna say that and then say I don't want to say it? That's like my quote unquote boss right now. He you know, he used to work for a guy that I used to work for. So that guy gave him a little summary of who I am. And, you know, he waited till like this past week to say like, basically he said like, yeah, you don't really talk, and that's what your old boss said about you. He's like, he also said something else, but I'm not gonna say it. I'm like, the fuck? Don't say you're not gonna say something, because now I'm like, what did he say? Like, why don't you want to say it? I'm like, you about to piss me off, bro. Don't do that. You got tomorrow off. I'm about to get off of here in like the next 10 to 20 minutes, bro. So go ahead and run it. I'm gonna play it as soon as I get off of here. Smoke you real fast before I go to bed. You feel me? Like, easy work. Let's just say that she sought them up specifically for certain needs. Well, autistic people be eating pussy better than everybody else, or what? Or they eat ass. Or we need a bigger hint than that, bro. Specifically for certain needs. Something like that. Bro, you gotta text me. I need to know what this is. Like, is it because they be hyper fixating on stuff so they'll be down there for a long time, or what? She's seeking out autistic people. I feel like that's gotta be illegal somehow. That's gotta be against the law. Hyperfixating on getting the job done. That sounds like an autistic person. That sounds autistic. Yeah, Shaquan. Pretty crazy. Pretty crazy. Depending on how functional they are. All right, no more autistic cunnilingus chats. We're switching the topic. She said, I'm leaving this chat. Yeah, they're all weird. I'm not a part of this. Have you guys seen Darius the Autistic Kid? No, I have not. Yeah, Joseph, Giselle, weird. I have not seen Darius the Autistic Kid. I don't really be following autistic people like that. No disrespect. No disrespect. You know, if you're autistic, you're autistic, but probably not gonna seek out following you on social media. Oh, I'm kind of tired. Isn't Asperger's like extreme autism? I mean, she probably could tell you better than me. I knew somebody with Asperger's when I was a kid. She was our high school valedictorian. Horrible fucking speech at our high school graduation. I was like, why would they let her talk, bro? But honestly, I can't really remember how to describe it. But they like suck at social norms. I guess you could say that about any autistic person, right? But nah, this shit is like next level. Also in Washington, everyone be trying to bring out their gun. Bro, that's everywhere, bro. That's just the United States. That's Texas too, bro. There was a TikTok influencer in Houston that just killed this dude like yesterday, bro. Tacoma. Tacoma. The Tacoma aroma. Yeah, that girl with Asperger's at my high school. Social skills. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, that Tacoma smell. Oh my God, bro. With the windows up, bro. About to throw up, dog. Like, ugh. I didn't know why they said Tacoma aroma until I drove through that bitch and I was like, this is disgusting, dog. Like, why does your city smell like shit? That's crazy. What is what, Giselle? Yeah, it smells like straight shit, dog. The Tacoma aroma. The city is Tacoma in Washington. It smells like shit. Like, literally. That's why it's called a Tacoma aroma. Because it smells bad. Like, literally in the city, it just smells bad. Like, you're just like, ooh. Shaquan, you, you from there. You're probably used to the smell. You probably don't even know it smells bad. Yeah, Tacoma is a city in the state of Washington. And so aroma rhymes with Tacoma. Aroma, I don't know. I mean, I'm sure you probably do know. You have a good level of English. Aroma is a smell. So they call it the Tacoma aroma. Because as soon as you drive into Tacoma, literally, you could be in your car with the windows up and you're just like, ugh, who farted? But it's just Tacoma. It just smells like that. It's disgusting. It smells like sewage. Man, Parkland is basically Tacoma, bro. That shit is only different if you're really from there. For everybody else, like, do they focus on poultry? No. Why? It's literally sewage. It's literally trash. Yeah, it is like the port, but bro, unless you're from Parkland or Tacoma, like for us, Parkland and Tacoma are the same thing, bro. Even the LA Fitness in Spanaway, that shit says Tacoma, bro. Those type of businesses can smell. No, Giselle, it's not a business. It's the entire city. Like, think about like the city of Cali or Tolima or Tuluá, whatever. Like an entire city. It's not like a building that smells bad or like this little piece. Like the whole city smells like sewage. It's disgusting. One of the worst places in the country, by far. One of the worst places I've been to. Meth heads, leave your car for 5 minutes, your shit's getting broken into. Easily. Bump into the wrong person at the gas station, getting shot. Easily. How can they stand it? Because they live there. Just like you see Q Dub Lindsay, that's his name is Shaquan in real life. He lives there. He doesn't smell it. He doesn't really think he's from there, but he's from there. He doesn't smell it because he lives there. So they they're just used to it. Parkland trash too. Meth heads everywhere. It's Washington, Giselle. It's Washington State, not Washington D.C. Washington in the Pacific Northwest on the West Coast. That's where I know them from. I used to live there before I moved to Columbia. But yeah, horrible smell. I mean, close. I guess close to you. It's close, but it's not. It ain't that close. But yeah, it's close. We smell like clean, sufficient air. Nah, dog. Nah, dog. All that meth in Parkland. I gotta check in next time. Don't worry, bro. I don't plan on coming back there, so I ain't checking in with nobody. Joseph, you haven't been in Tacoma in a long time? Good. Don't go, bro. There ain't nothing there. There ain't nothing there, bro. Everybody I know from Tacoma, like, they're crazy. I don't think I know nobody from Tacoma that's like, oh, look at him. He's doing great. It seems like they all go crazy. Probably the lack of sunlight. Everybody in Washington is depressed anyways. Yeah, gurgle is hilarious. That is certainly a choice of words. I don't think a smell's ever made me gurgle before, but all right, bro, holla at me. Text me because I'm gonna send you the link for the group too. So I'll send you the link. You could tell me a story. She said, "Why you putting the eyes?" You want to know? Story? You don't even know him. LA Fitness is Spanaway, one of the most active. Active what? One of the most active LA Fitnesses, or are you talking about something else? Bro, I don't know if I ever told you about the time, like, I ran into a real deal gangbanger in that LA Fitness, bro. He was the weirdest dude ever, bro. Like, I don't even want to say his name. Actually, what's crazy is y'all have the same name, bro. He was hella Mexican, bald head, tatted everywhere, bro. Face tatted, area code type shit, gang type shit, everywhere, bro. Yeah. And every time I would talk to him, I should be like, I ain't trying to talk to him too long, bro, because I just feel like this conversation is gonna go wrong. Like, bro, he would be like doing circles around his bench, bro. Like he would like bench, and then he'd just be walking around in circles around. Nah, not a black dude, bro. Like this was a Mexican dude, and his name was Joseph. And he would be walking around a bench, bro, and just like mean mugging everybody. And like he would talk to me, and he was like being polite with the words, but his mannerisms was aggressive. Like he would do that stance like this, bro. And he'd be like, "Hey, so what you bench, fool?" And I just be like, I feel like you like pressing me right now, bro. Like, why you saying hold up like that? Hold on, let me stop telling the story just in case you know him, because I was gonna tell you something even crazier than that. I don't remember what area code was on his face, bro. It's been years. All I know is when I see people with tattoos all over their face, I'll be like, let me stay away from this motherfucker, bro. Um, but yeah, he would always talk to me just because I had the trainer shirt on, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, bro, he was Man, I don't remember all that shit, bro. If you would have asked me 3 years ago, I would remember. It's been a long time now, bro. But I just remember he had caught a big case for something. So he was out. He had served his time and shit, and he was like on the straight path. Everybody says that. But like I said, you could tell he was hella institutionalized, bro, because he would hit his set and then he'd just be circling the bench, bro. Like walking like he was ready for somebody to try something, bro. And then it was awkward, bro. Ah, damn. You said you're pretty sure you know him. I gotta chill now. I gotta chill. I'm gonna say it anyways, but I gotta chill. One time I was closing down the gym and I could hear like I could hear somebody in the bathroom, so I just went to make sure the bathroom was clear. Bro, this dude was ass naked in the bathroom, like holding his phone up like this and like beating his meat in the camera, bro. Was it for a shorty? Probably. But I'm like, damn, bro, in the middle of the hallway in the bathroom, do that shit at home, bro. Like, I had to like turn around. I'm like, hey, gym's closed, like we leaving. He said, yeah, bro. It was very crazy. I had to pretend like I didn't see that shit. I wasn't trying to make it awkward either, because I'm like, I don't want him to freak out and try something. But yeah, man, I can't really remember. Cause he actually told me his gang and shit, bro. And I had looked it up. And I had seen the bust. Cause like 30 of them got busted together, bro. And I'm like, oh, he really gang like that. But I can't remember. Can't remember nothing about him, to be honest. Giselle, you're gonna be lost. Cause you're not from there. You're not a gangster. So it's a random conversation. But it's okay. We're back to neutral conversations. Ah, what did I say, bro? He did say that. You just jogged my memory. Wow, you actually know him. That's crazy, bro. Trying to think if I remember anything else he told me. I can't remember. I can't remember. That's crazy that you probably know who it is. See, that's why you gotta be careful what you say, bro. You never know who knows who. I ran into a handful of game bangers in my time out there, man. Some I ain't even know. Did I say Spanish? We know Giselle. See, that's when your autism shows. Only an autistic person would have said that I say it Spanish. Jalen loved by all the gangs. It's crazy, bro. It's kind of always been like that too. I'd be like, why are you talking to me, bro? I'm not a gangster. Like, why are we having a conversation right now? But it be like that, bro. Gangsters just be walking up and talking to me. I'll be like, I'm not part of that life, bro. BRB. All right, bro. I'll be here, probably. I think. I'm going to stay on for at least like 15 more minutes. I look like a gangster. That's racist. I don't look like a gangster. I haven't done anything to look like a gangster. Do 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 do. Oops. Let's see. How do I take that off? Probably for him. Nah. Oh, I think I'll stay on until at least 11:20, maybe 11:30. After that, I'm old. I gotta get into bed. Even though I have the day off tomorrow, I still don't want to stay up too late. They have those numbers tattoos. What does that mean? Numbers tattoos, what does that mean? What are you talking about? What time is it here? It's 11:09. They recognize each other? Who? I don't know what you're talking about. With the initials tattoos? Oh my god, why you just keep saying random stuff? Gangs? Bro, everybody knows gangsters. Like, they don't have to recognize each other. We know what they look like too. If you got a tattoo on your face, you're not a regular part of society. If you got an area code right here, if you got uh your gang tattooed on your face, if you got MS-13 right here, you're a gangster. Like, it's not a secret. They want you to know that they're in a gang. It's because real recognize real. Real recognize that I'm really not in the gang. Nah, I was about to say what you just said right there. I think they feel comfortable approaching me because I'm non-judgmental, bro. You know, hella of my friends grew up doing the stuff that they did. You know what I'm saying? And so, like, until you do me dirty or until you do some stupid shit, I'm gonna treat you like I treat everybody else. You know what I'm saying? Even if you got tattoos all over your face and shit, I ain't gonna go kick it with you outside or wherever we at, not for no reason. But I'm not gonna avoid you. I'm not gonna ignore you. I'm not gonna treat you no differently. If you're just trying to, you know what I'm saying? If you walk up and ask me for fitness advice, I'm gonna give you fitness advice. That's your gang life has nothing to do with what you're asking me. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely think that. Um, like that dude, people will be uh people will be avoiding him and looking at him all scared and shit. Like to me, I'm like, unless this motherfucker actually pulls out a gun or something, like I'll whoop his ass. So I'm not scared of him. You know what I'm saying? Like, now is he gonna catch me outside of the gym after that? Maybe, I don't know. But in that moment, he don't put no fear in my heart. You know what I'm saying? So I do think they can sense that. I think they can be like, okay, like this dude just sees me as another man. You know what I'm saying? From the set doesn't really mean anything. Your heart is what pays dividends. Nah, that's real. Bro, where I grew up, hella people would try to throw up shit or uh like claim where they're from before a fight. And I'd be like, bro, what that gotta do with me beating your ass, bro? They'd be like, bro, you know where the fuck I'm from, bro? I'm from 813. I'm from blah blah blah. And I'd be like, does that mean you could fight? Like, I don't know why you telling me that shit, bro. Like, I feel like if you could fight, you wouldn't even be saying all that shit. Like, you would just swing on me, bro. Like, I just be like, I don't even know what gang that is, bro. So, like, you telling me that shit don't scare me, bro. Motherfuckers be yelling out all kinds of shit. Like, you supposed to be like, oh no. He said 713. That's Houston. I can't fight him now. Like, bro, I don't give a fuck. I'll smack the shit out you, bro. Repping the set to just bring shame is so bad. Hey, that's what happens a lot too, bro. Most of the dudes that would scream out shit before they fight, they get their ass whooped. Cause they was hoping that that shit intimidated the person, but it don't. So it'll be better if you just like did it, if you whooped the person's ass and then screamed out your shit. Cause it's like, ooh, okay. Motherfuckers from that set could fight. We had hella dudes like that from where I'm from, bro. If they weren't screaming out a set, they were screaming out somebody else's name. They're like, bro, I'll call. I don't even want to say their name because somebody could be watching the shit and I live in the city. So, but they say, I'll call, blah, blah, blah. He'll spin right now. And I'm like, you got to call another grown man, bro. Like, just fight me. And they'll be like, man, fuck that. I don't do no fighting, bro. I'll call, blah, blah, blah right now. I'm like, all right, you sound like a bitch, but that's cool. Hey, I heard that a lot, bro. I heard lots of dudes. I heard lots of dudes mess with dudes in jail and then go home like nothing, bro. Hey, Wilmer, ¿cómo estás, bro? Yeah, calling another grown man is soft. Very soft, bro. Wilmer, ¿qué haces? Escucho. Jalen versus Jake Paul 2025. Man, he won't fight me, bro. He not real. Comiendo borrado. Qué rico, bro. Qué rico. Giselle, why do you say what for everything? All right. Joseph's leaving. Giselle can't understand English or Spanish. It's about time for me to get off. It's about that time. No, Giselle, he's just joking. I'm not fighting Jake Paul. Jake Paul won't fight me. He's too scared. He's too scared to fight me. If I was fighting him, you would know. I'll post it everywhere. And I'll whoop his ass. Wait a minute, ¿por qué no me llamas, bro? No me quieres. No me extrañas. Y ese Spanglish que... No, no voy a pelear, bro, hasta... No sé, 2010, 2020, 26, maybe. Deja el show. No, bro, nunca me llamas. Nunca, bro. Y pensé que éramos amigos. All right, Joseph left. I'm leaving. I will see y'all another day. Wilmer Johnny. Bye, Giselle. See y'all. Ciao.